We're going to talk
Ooh,
about the UnitedHealthcare CEO murder.
ooh, he's bringing it up.
Chat, let's talk about it. Get into it. Give us your feelings.
Okay.
So, you know, you and I talked about this a lot today, and most of our listeners and that nothing fires me up more than the American healthcare system and insurance. Um, and this is, I've been battling with this because there's absolutely a part of me that says, murder is not okay under any circumstance. Well, actually, I would not say under any circumstance, but I don't know that this was the circumstance in which it's okay. But I want to share a quote that I heard the other day about this matter by, I believe it was John F. Kennedy, who said, "Those who make peaceful revolution impossible then make violent revolution inevitable." And the other point that this guy that I was watching made that I thought was very interesting is there is overt, direct murder where you say walk up behind someone and shoot them in the back of the head, uh, which is insane. And there is, I forget how he put it, but let's just call it indirect murder, where, say, you use an algorithm, an AI algorithm, to deny people claims resulting in their death by the hundreds of thousands. Now, do I think that the CEO of United Healthcare is 100% to blame and he deserved to die? I don't think I could say that. I don't think I could say that. What I could say is that some revolutions take a spark, and it is unfortunate that he may have to be the spark. And I feel for his family. The guy was a person, he was a human, and maybe he deserved a fair shake. But um, is it possible that the American people possibly get um, some of the change that they deserve out of this? I think that's a possibility. So, where do you stand in all this, Cameron?
I I don't condone rogue vigilantism. I think history proves that that form of revolution leads nowhere good. You can look at the uprising of, say, even just communism, right? All right, that starts with people in power being overthrown with with revolutions in blood, right? And it's challenging because what else does that invite, right? That invites, hey, I don't like the way this is going, so the only way I'm going to solve it is with more violence. And it takes away the sanctity of what a human life is. Yes, the CEO may not be implicitly, denying each claim, right? Like sitting there going, yep, nope, boop, up, oh, AI program, fantastic. All these people are dying. I'm sleeping at night. I make millions of fucking dollars, right? But it is still happening. It is still happening. So it is very tough. It is very tough. But when you invite this type of, I've seen on the internet this type of, glorifying this murder. I think it's a slippery fucking slope for society, dude. Now, I agree that there needs to be a radical change in the healthcare industry, right? I work in medical device sales. I see denials all the fucking time for people who could die from blood clots and all kinds of shit, stroked and all kinds of shit. Okay, so I see it all the time. But United Healthcare is not the only one that's doing this, right? And so there does need to be a reform, but it needs to be done in a civilized way, not like a bunch of fucking cold-blooded murderers roaming in and killing people. Because, dude, it's really not going to change anything. It's not. It's not. And if anything, it's going to invite more violence, which is the last thing we need in this country.
I don't know that it's not, though, because what's happened now is um, the conversation has started, and again, Gorman says good may come from it, but it's no justification. I agree. And then Nitty says it's a fascinating moral paradox. It kind of reminds me of like the what do they call that exercise where you're driving a train and there's a split, and on one side is your wife and on the other side is 5 strangers. Who do you kill? Which way do you go? It's like
tough.
one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
So again, it's not but then like the other part that's tough to me is, like I said, that these insurance companies have the blood of thousands, hundreds of thousands on their hands by denying claims, and they reported $6 billion in profit last year. And what's the difference between a million and a billion? I shared this on here not too long ago. A million seconds is like 2 weeks. It's like 17 days or something. And a billion seconds is like 27 fucking years. So $6 billion. And I was listening to some stuff about this, and one of the things they brought up is that UnitedHealthcare is for, Gorman says it's the trolley problem. I wish there was a better name. I was thinking like Schrodinger's surprise or something, but whatever. You're fucking lame as fuck, Gorman. Get out of the chat. Just kidding. We love you. All right. Part of the problem is they are a publicly traded company. They sell stock. Thus forth, they have a obligation to the stockholders to make money and to make more money constantly. So they are obligated, and they're legally, they have to use a certain amount of the principals to pay for care, but they also try to keep that number as close to fucking the legal minimum as they can. Like Nitty said, they are incentivized to deny claims. They also and UnitedHealthcare, I forgot what the name was, but they're one of the largest providers of an elderly care program, and this program uses an AI algorithm to refuse post-acute treatment. So that's one of the things of like, for example, if they need like speech therapy or physical therapy after a thing, they can just say, the algorithm will say, yeah, they only need 10 days. But in 10 days, your mom or grandma might not even be able to walk yet, or might not be able to take themselves to the bathroom. And they will just say, nah, she's done. That's all we have money for. And it's based off of an algorithm, not a human actually saying, hey, this person's not ready to go home. And the other part is like, I saw this thing with, it was a different healthcare CEO. And this motherfucker was like, it is our duty to decide what is appropriate and necessary treatment for patients. Motherfucker, no, it's not. You didn't go to medical school. You did not go to medical school to study and learn for 6 to 8 to 10 fucking years what is appropriate and necessary. It is not your job. It is a doctor's job. And what you do is say, no, doctor that went to school for 10 years, I'm a fucking rich dickhead who doesn't know shit about fuck, and I say you're wrong. And that's, dude, here I get
he's sweating.
Fired up, son.
He's sweating. Now, there's a lot in there to unpack. Now, the overall question that I have, aside from murdering people, is
murdered who?
Murdered who?
Brain's been waiting to say that.
We'll give him a call. We'll go figure him out.
I've known him for 3 fucking days. Okay, he wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't fucking do that. Oh, dude. But what's the solution, right? And like I said in the beginning of my little tiny, I guess, rebuttal to this is to what end does this stop, right? Like, so say in a perfect world, or in a different world, I had a credit card with JP Morgan Chase, right? And I got myself medical schools. Yeah,
Medical
absolutely.
Schools are geared towards pharma too. Fucking man. And you know what else? UnitedHealthcare employs and owns a lot of the doctors in the fucking hospitals. And when Gorman says medical schools are geared towards pharma too, pharma is made to treat symptoms, not fix the fucking problem.
Yes.
Healthy patients don't make money. People who are cured don't make money. The system is created for people to have to keep fucking coming back.
Yes, it is, and hopefully there's some change on the horizon, and that's going to actually come in a different way, right? That's going to come in a societal change to people doing more for themselves, aka taking care of themselves, right? This comes from a systemic issue of us not taking care of ourselves. We're eating like shit. We're not exercising. We're staring at fucking screens. We're not going outside. We're not drinking water. We're not doing shit. And so when we get sick, the only thing that in this new machine is throw pills at them and see you later. See you later.
Yeah, but I would argue, good sir, that it goes deeper than that. It's not only are the American people not taking care of themselves, but it's part of the system they created.
Mhm.
They are allowed to put absolute fucking bullshit in our food. They're allowed to put carcinogens in our food. We go back to like the European ketchup versus American ketchup. European ketchup has tomatoes, vinegar, and salt. And our bullshit has xanthan, zagaligate, and fucking coagulate and schmagulate, carcinogen fucking bullshit. And all of our processed foods, all this bullshit, and the organic food or whatever is more expensive. The natural shit is more expensive. Like it's designed to make keep poor people eating bullshit so that they're sick.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it's more than just we don't do a good job. It's that they've kept us in this fucking system that keeps us sick.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I really do, dude. And the thing is, it takes some bold faced types of politicians and governments to make a stand. Like like Texas won't serve Kellogg's anymore, right? They did in their schools because they looked at the ingredients on the UK version and opposed to the USA version, like you're talking about. And dude, they're not allowed in the school district anymore in this whole state of Texas because it's that bullshit. And so that's the type of change that you need, right? Is you need change coming at the legislation level, right? And I think that yes, this may open some eyeballs and the conversation may be started, right? But it's going to go back to the main fucking thing. We don't need to be killing people to achieve that goal. It needs to be, there needs to be conversations. You need to elect people in because I think it's a slippery slope. And like I said about like the credit card thing, like if I have a credit card at JP Morgan, which I don't, and it's 26% interest. Well, JP Morgan is raking in fucking massive billions of dollars of profit. So you know what I should do about that? I wish my interest rate was 5% because that would be a lot easier for me to pay off my debt. I'm going to go kill JP Diamond. No.
Hey, buddy, if you want to kill JP Diamond, I think I would be all for that.
Jamie Diamond.
After the experience I had with Chase today, I say kill the motherfucker. Chase is dog shit, and those motherfuckers, dude. Don't get me started.
But you get what I'm saying.
They rake in on freaking
you get what I'm saying.
Late overdraft fees.
Yeah.
I love how they call it overdraft protection, like they're helping you, just really so they could charge you a fee. Motherfucker, decline my shit. I don't want your fees. I'll get money from somewhere else.
I think it's a provocative conversation, and I think yes, the conversation.
We got to talk about what Gorman said here. Rockefeller wrote the medical books to lean toward the petroleum medicines to further the oil industry. I heard about that the other day. I was listening to something about that. It's true.
We got some fucking hats on, some tinfoil ones. We're getting wild around here.
This is not tinfoil. This is I know. Dude.
Fucking joking, dude. The show
they also created the school system to make fucking workers, not CEOs, because they want dumb fucking people to work at the factories, not to create new ways to get rich because the rich want to stay rich and keep the fucking poor. Man, we're getting deep down the rabbit hole, aren't we?
Yeah. I think
it.
I think we got to put a fucking cap on it now, though, Haas. but yeah, I don't condone murder because you know what, dude, that the wife and the kids now they don't have their father around, and maybe we should reassess using AI technology to be monitoring claims. Maybe that's not the best way.
Well, and what's funny too, and another thing is now a lot of the healthcare companies are taking the pictures of the CEOs off the website Heaven for fucking bid, you change your policy and stop raping and killing people. Let's just, our fucking solution. I'm standing over here for
Dude, he
the
is sweating.
listener. Heaven forbid we maybe stop being assholes and letting people die so we can take billions of profit, and we maybe try to do a little bit better with our policy. No, we'll just increase the security detail and take the pictures of our CEOs off the fucking website. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, dude, I agree and disagree. I think there is a massive unraveling that you're trying to propose, and I think that has to happen one step at a time, and I don't think it's happening in our lifetime.
It's the very main problem in this country with quote unquote capitalism, and it boils down to greed, and too many people stand to lose too much money, and that's why it won't fucking change.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But could Luigi Mangione be the spark that creates the change? I don't know. I'm sorry someone had to lose his life for it, but the conversation is being had.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Only time will tell, my friend. Only time will tell. Okay. Well, this was fun, dude. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey, we got to say Nitty's quote here because it's beautiful. Just healthy enough to pay taxes, just smart enough to work in the factory. Ain't that the motherfucking truth?